Hi, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Sunday Night Live. If someone could let me know if you can hear me okay, that would be good to find out. Who do we have in? Oh, we have the best Willow. Hello there. Hope all is well. Have I killed the chat or something? Oh, there we are. There are people. Hello, Nova. Hello, Ben. Oh, I'm so glad you're there. Joe, Robert from Colombia, Crazy Solo, hello, Carreno, Patrick. Do you see what he's written there? I hear you fine, not sure if that's a good thing. That's just rude, baby. Rude. Cat. I am good, thank you, Cat. Paranormal Channel. Hello. Yes, all is well. Hello, Justine and Kate and Caroline. Cluster Bungle, thank you for telling me you're hearing me loud and clear. Leslie. Oh, you're down in the Isle of Wight. Slave to No Man, greetings. Layla. Yes, Creno. Patrick is just laughable. Frugal's too good to see no lens cap. I know. Honestly, that was ridiculous last week. It was just ridiculous. Dear oh dear. I do not know. So, hi, how are we all? I hope we are all well this Sunday. We have had a busy week at work as usual. However, oh, Marilyn's on the Isle of Wight as well. Leslie, am I holidaying again soon? No, that's September before I'm holidaying again, unfortunately. But yeah, Friday afternoon we went out for lunch for the boss's birthday. And we went out about 3 o'clock up to a local cafe, had lunch with everyone from the office, and then we got to go home at 4 o'clock. So it's been a good weekend. So yeah. Avril, hello. Best Willow, can you go with me? No. That's dead easy. No. Me, the balcony, and the books. I'll be a happy little bunny. Paranormal, tired tonight, just watching for now. Thank you for. Oh, bless. Yes. If anyone is feeling under the weather or a bit tired, then yes, do your thing. I hope you're rested well. I am actually rested well this weekend, Kate. Hi, Chris. Robert, Colombia, South America. Goodness, that's like miles and miles away. The best humph. You can humph and pift all you want. It's no happening. We're definitely not doing that. Oh, Leslie's off to Rhodes in 2 days. That'll be nice. One of the guys I work with, he was just in Greece, I think. He has come back so tanned. But he had one of those, he actually managed to have one of those proper relaxing holidays, which was good. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Leslie. Send us some pretty pictures. And hello from Canada. So how are we all? What have we been up to? What are we chatting about tonight? So far we've been up to today. We went up and helped someone I know with his motorbike. Patrick went and helped him do stuff. So that was our good deed for the day. Well, Patrick's good deed for the day because I basically made the tea. That was all I did. Oh, Caroline, vertigo. That's awful. I don't have it, but my mother had it, still has it. And if she gets a vertigo thing, it's just bleh. She's useless. Joe, you're in the process of researching villas in the Canaries. Nice. See, I'm very like that. I have a big thing about what I want for a holiday. One day I'll want to go to a hotel, and then the next day I want to go to like a villa or a caravan, and then the next day I want to go back to the hotel because the hotel is just a room. Certainly for what I can afford, it's just a room. Whereas the caravan, it gives me, I've got my own wee kitchen and I walk through from one room to the other. But then sometimes you're like, oh, it'd be nice to have the restaurant there and have it all done for. And no, I think I'm just going to stick with the villas and the caravans. Thank you very much. So, no, Kareno's just been watching Superbikes. Nice. Joe, private pool. Let me see Carol chat about anything. Thank you, Carol. Your questions. How do you keep yourself accountable in line with your aims? Accountable. I wouldn't say that I do. I have to say, Carol, I know what I want to do. I know I do not have anywhere near the amount of time or energy to do it all. So I just hope for the best. Where do you prefer for holidays? Mainly Scotland at the moment. I haven't been to the Scottish Islands apart from Skye, and I really don't like that bridge. I'm not good at bridges with the car. But West Coast, I like the West Coast of Scotland. Leslie Six Poles is sunscreen, bless. Paranormal, yeah, I stick to what I know. But that's exactly what I've done. I've booked the exact same caravan, I have to say. Janet's been tearing up old papers from 2008. Yeah, I now have a burn bag, Janet, for papers, and I just throw them in the stove when I'm doing things. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Marilyn. Oh, the Swedish death cleaning. Yeah, really weird. I always thought that was like mad cleaning, and it's not. It's doing what I did to my parents' house, which is decluttering it so that once they're gone, you're not having to do it then. Oh, Cluster Bungle's got tomatoes. Yay! Well done, you. The best film. Yes, it would actually be quite easy to find me, I have to say. I did think I was being kind of half circumspect, and then somebody who got peeved about me giving money to places and called me came back with the town I live in, and I'm like, excuse me. So seemingly it's not that difficult to find me. Snapdragon, hello. Best Willow, I really do hope you're not a scary kind of weirdo. I'm sure you're not. But I have a Patrick. Patrick will protect me. Have I ever been abroad? Yes, I have. I've been to Switzerland and Florida and the Dominican Republic. So only 3 places, but I have been there and done that. Hello to Alison from Denmark. Travel with a car camper. Yeah, Ben, actually, our boss hires one out, which I keep telling them I'm going to steal it, but at the moment it's booked out. Oh, Joe, up near Ullapool, that'll be lovely. Carol, who are my must-buy authors? Diana Gabaldon, and I read her way before Outlander ever came out when it was still called Cross Stitch. Ian Rankin, I like him as well. And I can't remember the other ones. But that's the ones that I'd... Oh, who was my other one? James something. That did like... I don't know, but his books were like that thick, so it actually took me ages to read them, which was really good. Oh, tickets for Wimbledon, Caroline. Oh, you just stay in your bed, look after yourself, and make yourself well enough to go on Thursday. Frugal gardening all day and cleaning. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do on Sundays. It didn't happen. It really did not. Oh, Leslie's doing Fort William and the Lochs. That will be lovely up the West Coast. It really will. Do you hope you're feeling better in time for Wimbledon, Caroline? Absolutely. Just take all efforts, because if you've got tickets for Wimbledon, it's not that easy to get. So you really want to be doing that. Dorothy Dunnett's book. No, I haven't. I will take notes of that. Thank you. Yeah, Crazy Solo. I like that. The easy and less stress. I totally agree with you. Love to see Pink live outdoors. Yeah, I'm sort of weird like that. I don't do crowds very well, which we didn't actually manage to realise until Kathleen and we saw Runrig at Scone Palace. And we were really good. And there was a party of 3 in front of us because Kathleen's a lot smaller than me. Even grown up, she's a lot smaller than me. And they kept themselves quite a bit in front of us. And then as it got busier and busier, Kathleen started getting a bit freaked out. I started getting, so we're like, right, okay, we'll move to the back now. So we tried again about 10 years later, and we went to Stirling Castle for Hogmanay. And when we got there, it was quite spacey and we had loads of space. And then we realised that we'd sort of moved from where we'd originally been standing. We seemed to have gone sideways. And then we turned and looked behind us and we're like, yeah, we're going home now. We're done. It was just a sea of people. So yeah, we're not very good with that at all. Paranormal, I've had some really good tips. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I've been able to help. Independent puppy, hello. People are cautious spending and see people with less money make mistakes, ordering too much takeaway, not spending smart, then getting loans. I don't feel it's their fault, but it has a ripple effect. Hello, Mandy. How are you? Carol, the spending is just so difficult just now. Because I know there was, what was it I saw? I don't know if it was on comments here, but I know there was certainly, I think, something in the newspapers as well. And people were saying that, why are people buying microwave meals? Why are they not doing this and doing that? Because they don't have the power. They're not able to afford the energy costs. They maybe don't have a slow cooker or an air fryer, so they've basically got an oven, or a microwave. And that's why a lot of people are buying more microwave foods now, seemingly, because for the cost of making something on their stove, it's cheaper getting microwave food because it takes up less energy. So yeah, it's. I think I did this so long ago. I did a video. I think it was how we used to live, and then I did another one of how we used to live and how it's not going to be the same, because everything on the how we used to live it was slow cooking, it was on a low heat, it was doing whatever, but it used a lot more power than we did or than we do now. And, like your cheap cuts of meat, you cook them for longer. And people can't afford to do that now. So it's a whole different way of thinking now when there's problems with the money. Let me see. Oh, Caroline. Yeah, phone round. Find those meds somewhere. Hate crowds and prefer my own company. Yeah, I'm like that, Avril, definitely. Grown tomatoes and a few outdoor herbs. I don't buy what you don't need. No, absolutely. Strawberries and ice cream, yes. Best of all, I think a lot of people just weren't taught an awful lot of stuff. Oh, Mary, you made my tuna salad. Nice. Food bills, petrol. Snapdragon, there's a lot of people like that now. That's why there was no haul video this week. I don't get paid till next week, so there was no shopping done this weekend. Remember I said about everyone having a fireplace? And yeah, you used to have a proper fireplace. Now you don't. And can I just mention that there's somewhere further up north than me where the council houses still do have coal fires or coal fireplaces, and the council's wanting to rip them all out. And of course, all the tenants are like, no, because it's cheaper for us to like burn wood in there, and you're wanting to take it out, so we have to use electricity. So that was a big argument. I don't actually know who won. That yes, the best Willow energy price cap coming down imminently. Yep, by a whole, what is it, £400 or something? So we're still double what we were paying a year ago. Nova, yes, I have been abroad. As I said, it was Switzerland, Florida, and Dominican Republic. Oh, coconut ring. Don't know that one. Maybe a new biscuit to try. Midwestern Prepper, thank you so much. Oh, and you tried the tuna salad as well. Great. Oh, yeah. And I think there's a lot of places would like to go back to the open fires. What I was going to say is I was looking, obviously, through the week, you look and you watch other people's YouTube channels and you watch the news and you watch everything like that. And the wee thing that was going through my head was, we're sort of like a community of preppers here. But I would say it's not so much preppers, but more just being prepared for what the general consensus as a prepper is. And I was like, what are we preparing for? Did we ever actually get to that? Did we ever actually ask ourselves that question? What are we preparing for? Now, I know that a lot of people are like, it's the SHTF situation. What if? I mean, no being funny if it gets to that stage. I am too old to be running about and bugging out. So it's not that. I did it because I saw from what was happening on the news that prices were going to go up quite rapidly. And so I bought a load of stuff and started prepping. And I got batteries and meds, and I've got sleeping bags because I have ex-army sleeping bags, 5-season sleeping bags, best thing I ever bought. But I've got like the wind-up lamps now. I've got a battery-operated radio. And yeah, as Careno said, it was food inflation that got me. But I have to say how useful that has been for when I've hurt myself, when I've been ill, having the flu and stuff. It's been so useful to actually have a backup plan and not have to try and go to the shops. And also because I'm so rural, if by the time I got to the shops, the shelves would probably be empty anyway. But yeah, that's the thing. I see a lot of people there saying about the range. I would love a range. The thought of, doing the old fashioned on the range, having something in the wee warming oven and something, boiling the kettle over the stove. But again, a lot of it is, for me, it's time. I mean, I just do not have time to be cooking like that. Although I really do like it if I make a stir fry during the winter or something else in the big frying pan, and I can just sit it on the wood stove, like walk in, light the stove, go and put the kettle on, and go and put my frying pan with the leftovers on top of the stove. And it heats up so quickly. It's fabulous. So that is really useful. And yeah, an aga paranormal. That's what I. It's one of those things that you'd like. That would be so nice, and it would heat the house. And does anyone actually know how much time it takes to get an aga going, and how long it takes to do agas and stuff? And yes, Joe, very hot in the summer with an aga, because I have not had my wood stove on for over a month now. So yeah, that is definitely one of the things. Midwestern prepper, yeah, covered your backside. That's the best thing. That's the best thing I've noticed about it. Is it just when something goes wrong, I'm all right for food. I don't have to think, oh my goodness, I've got to go to the shops, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's like, if I don't have tea, that not having tea would just be like dreadful. Having been made at a 6 months notice period and intense prepping weekly to get through finding a new job. See, that is a really good plan, Ben, because I bet you that the stock that you got up for when you were looking for another job was very, very useful. The Stafford Eco Boiler solid fuel stove runs 12 rads in hot water. See, that's the sort of thing I remember when Mum and Dad moved into the house. We'd inherited it off my granddad, and they had to put central heating in, and they got the fire redone, and they got a back boiler on the coal fire, and it had one radiator on it because we couldn't afford to get the rest of the radiators in. And at night it was like, right, who's going for a bath because the fire's shutting itself down because the water's boiling. So Dad and I would normally be the first ones to go and run upstairs and have a bath, and then the fire would come back up. So yeah. Oh, Freemason trick: silver will not stick to a magnet, or copper, or of course gold. There you go. It's one thing after. Justine, do you know, it's funny, I was looking up that, and it has been over the last few years. It's just been one thing after another. Between between COVID, between Ukraine, Afghanistan, banks collapsing, all that sort of stuff. It's literally just been one thing after another. And it's relaxed me quite a bit more having some preps in. And that if everything goes wrong, I'm all right for a while. Josh, where's Raven? Raven has gone out. Raven's changed. Raven has started being a dirty stop out at night. She's now sleeping up in the bed all day and then going out about now, and then she doesn't come back. And then when I go downstairs in the morning, and she comes quite the thing, goes up to my bed, plants herself on the foot of my bed, and sleeps all day. So, yes, not changed as in looks. But yeah, no, she used to go out in the morning with me when I went to work. She'd stay out, she'd come back in, get fed, and then go back out. Raven. Raven has a boyfriend. Yeah, more than likely, Raven has a boyfriend. Thankfully, we got her to the vet as soon as the vets reopened through the COVID lockdown, or after the COVID lockdown. And yeah, not happy. But yes, she was spayed as soon as that vet's opened to do spaying. She was well spayed. Oh, Marianne, hello. Oh, Ben, she brought a mouse in. Oh, this was last week. I never told you. Oh, dear goodness and graciousness. So there I was, lying sleeping like you do. About 4 o'clock, Raven is walking all over the top of me, meowing, doing the thing, waking me up. So I'm like, right, okay, go and let the cat out. Stoats down the stairs, lets the cat out. Back to bed. And I left the window open for her to come back in. So back to sleep. And then I hears Raven meowing again. So I'm like, right, come on, baby, come to bed. It's bedtime. So she's sitting at the top of the stairs. She wasn't coming into the room. And I was like, okay, what's that? So she is meowing. And then there's hissing and growling. And I was like, what's she hissing and growling at? But it turns out the hissing and growling was coming at the same time as the meowing. So I'm like, oh my God. So I jumped out of bed, ran down the stairs. And as I jumped out of bed and was running around my bed to get to the door, I could hear this cat downstairs that was not Raven. And you could hear its claws scrabbling in the carpet as it launched itself through to the kitchen to get out the door or out the window. So, I'm not finished yet, Best Willow. I'm running down the stairs, goes and shuts the window, comes up, pets the cat at the top of the stairs and says, that's all right, baby, there you go. But of course, by this time, it's like, I think it was about 4:45. Walks into my room, and by this time, my eyes have adjusted and sees the lovely present that Raven had left me. I had a little mousie in the room, a deceased mousie. So she obviously brought me a present, and the other cat was looking about it or wanting it or something. It was like, oh no, couldn't. So yes, she is very pretty, Josh. Thank you for that. But yeah, that was my thing with the cat. I thought I was doing well, and it turned out I had 2 cats and a mouse in the house, all at the same time. Hi, BCTV, nice to see you. Welcome back. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, that's been my excitement this week, is running up and downstairs with the cat. I do not know. Just ridiculous. I'm sorry, Joe. What? And midwit snakes and bats and squirrels? Okay, I'll stick with the mice, thank you. I think my cat and I will get on much better if she just sticks to mice. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Yes. No, I have to say I'm quite happy with what that is. Sarah, hello, welcome there. First live. Um yeah. So that is their thing. Just ridiculously ridiculous. So to bring us presents as they think we're not smart enough to get our own food. I could be falling out with my cat very quickly if that's what she thinks. But yes, we are. Raven is fine. I spent half an hour chasing it around the house. Yeah, I definitely have that. More reasons to be a dog person. Well, yeah, means the cats love you when they bring you a gift. Yeah, I have to say I've needed to. I have always petted her and said thank you, and then quietly taken said animal away to get deal. Hi, Hal. Thank you for that. Yeah, cats are good. Found some free Wi-Fi. Nice to see you, Maggie. Free Wi-Fi is a very good thing. I have to say, Mum and Dad always had dogs, but because I'm mostly on my own here, to have a dog, it would be in the house for so long, it just would not be fair on the dog. And plus the fact I live in Scotland. Poor Patrick this morning, out taking stuff out. He was taking stuff off my bike to swap over, and I'm toodling about, and I went up the stairs, and I was like, what is he doing to the cover of my bike? Because I could hear all the rustling and the thundering, and it was the rain. We had bright sunshine, and then we had a torrential downpour, and I came running down the stairs to go and put the kettle on because he would need tea. And by the time I'd come running down the stairs and he'd come in, it stopped raining again. So yeah, walking a dog in Scottish weather is not a good thing. But yeah. Sarah, I'm glad. Thank you for taking the effort to get your phone. I appreciate that. New sub and caught the live. Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you. As you may have noticed, the live is just basically chatting, seeing how we're all doing and just going, how are we doing? Because there's so much going on and so many people saying, oh, this is a disaster, that's a disaster. I know it's a disaster, but I've still got to get my washing done. I've still got to get my house cleaned. I've still got to go to work. So we'll just deal with it as best we can. Opposite problem, flat too small for a cat to roam, dog, you've got lots of time to walk it. See, that's a good thing. Garden herbs, learning from it. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, don't, cat mum. I have had times when I've literally grabbed the cat up, thrown the cat into the kitchen, and then gone and opened my front door, moved everything in the hall, and opened it, put the lights on, and shut everything else down. And then I've had to like move things and sort of like shoo the mouse out the front door, or catch it and take it out to the front door. Yeah, we have done that as well. Not. Yes, I have chased many a mouse in this house. Yay, Jackie! Another Scot. Nice to see you again. Well, not again. Nice to say hello again. What? Shut up, Cam. You know what I mean. Nice to have another Scot. Tacoma, Washington is often too rainy to walk a cat. Uh-huh. Don't think a cat would be up for that. Nice with the saving, Sarah. Volume gone this end? Anyone else having problems with volume? Little Yorkshire Jack Russell. We had Cavalier King Charles tricolour. That's what Mum and Dad did. Nope, you're okay now. Oh, good, Marianne. I'm glad. Many birds of prey risk getting a cat. That's a good point, Maggie, because, yeah, they will quite easily. Kareno, I have to say, neither of my 2 cats that I have had have ever been any use at the spider getting. Even when you sit them in front of the spider, they just look at it and they'll maybe put out their wee paw and smack at one. And that's all that they do. There are no saving graces of either of my cats for helping me with spiders. It's just ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. So, yes, we're not impressed with that at all. But Staffy, we like Staffies, Caroline. Yep, yours runs away from them as well. The cats are so sweet. Yeah, they are sweet. I have to say, I do like that. I was going to say, as for anyone else who's done the tuna pasta salad, I still have some in the fridge. That is for lunch tomorrow. I am very organised. I'm quite chuffed with myself with that. However, as someone mentioned, probably if you're doing like I am, taking it in for lunch, take some extra seasoning because it seems to get blander the longer you have it. I think the flavour sort of gets absorbed by the pasta or something. So, oh, the cat used to eat bees, dear oh dear. Eat spiders. See, I could have a dog that eats spiders. Close to Scotland as you can get from England. Cumbria. Oh, we like Cumbria, Sarah. It's lovely. Joe, yeah, the cat and cucumber videos. I have seen them. I haven't tried it on my cat, I have to say, because I am wary of cats. Much as I love my cat and she's never done anything, I think if she gets a big scare or something, you know, those claws can be quite destructive, shall we say. I have scars from a stray cat that was here. Nova, I have no words for your dog. That's just ridiculous. So who's going on holiday this summer? We know that we have people going to... I've completely forgotten. When you told me up the top, completely forgotten. Josh, what's the best thing about living in Scotland? Best thing about living in Scotland, Josh? Scotland. Hiya, Alan. I like the fact that it's green. I love the fact that it's got hills. I like the fact that people are friendly. Yeah, Scotland. Just, it's home. And I seem to be a homebody. Never thought I would be, but yeah, it seems so. You can't even give your son a high five. That's cool. Oh, thank you, Carol. That's very nice of you to say. Caroline's Mallorca in September. Paranormal. Good. Thank you. Met a cat that kept eating cucumber after having kittens. Okay, I have no words. 8 days camping, Snapdragon. I hope you enjoyed that. Camping I have to do in a caravan. I was never a great camper. But yeah, I hope you had a nice relaxing time because that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, nice, Carol. That sounds lovely. Nova, Malta. Coming to the UK to see a YouTuber? You come to the UK to see a YouTuber? I'm very confused. Okay, backyard again this year, Kathy. You and me both, apart from a caravan. But yeah, I have backyarded for many, many years. Sarah, that's what I couldn't remember. Murder mittens. Yes. Paranormal has Scottish in her family. Yes. See, Scottish is good. We like that. Trip to Scotland later the year. Mountains of Montana. From the pictures I have seen of that, Hal, it looks lovely. Russell Brand Festival. Order of... Oh, yeah, down that way. Okay, Russell Brand Festival will be interesting. How you will love Scotland. If you like the mountains of Montana, you will love Scotland. Careno, a couple of weekends in the camper van. See, I like that. I like that thought. Just up and go. Oh dear. I have no words. Okay, sorry. I completely missed that. Um Nova, apologies. That'll be me not doing my homework. Ben, the September when the kids go back to school is the best time to holiday in the UK. Funny that my holiday's in September, isn't it? I am not renowned for being very good with kids. Don't get me wrong, I don't hurt them, I'm not bad to them. I just avoid them when possible. Joe, Buchanan clan, nice. Right, so back to Aaron. Well, we can wave to you from the caravan if you're there then. Paranormal, you're camping in the back garden. Nice. Oh, yeah. Mosquito season in Scotland, commonly known here as midges. They are lethal. Absolutely lethal. The Cathy family in Ireland got kicked out because of sheep stealing and then moved to Scotland. See, I think there's many families in Scotland and Ireland got various things like that happening. So yeah, really want best will end. Why end? What have you done? Now you're confusing me. Cathy, thanks for coming in, Cathy. See you later. Oh, supper. Enjoy. We like that. Yeah, Patrick and I came in today. That's the thing. Suggestions, please, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good grief, give me some suggestions. Fast, easy dinner to do when I come in from work. Because I am fed up, or I'm actually getting fed up with the air fryer now because I'm using it too much. And a lot of the stuff I've got in the freezer is like stews and Patrick's takeaway is not the answer, thank you. But I do appreciate it when you buy one. But yeah, a lot of the stuff I've got in the freezer is quite heavy. So I need to start thinking of things that we can make that's going to help, literally when you walk in to do, when you walk in from work, that you can just throw in the microwave or throw somewhere or whatever. Nice sign of paranormal, thank you. Typing with just, typos ahoy, bless. Corned beef hash, I haven't done that for, tell you the big thing. See that veggie box? And it had Ayrshire potatoes. I have not had Ayrshire potatoes in years, and they were fabulous. They tasted like potatoes are supposed to taste like. So I might have to. One of the guys that works with me, he passes that actual shop on his way in from work. So I might have to get him to get me a bigger bag of Ayrshire potatoes because I really, really like them. Corned beef pasta carbonara using pancetta. Yep, good plan. Bolognese and stuff. Yep, I've got batch cooked. Careno, mac and cheese, if you freeze that, do you not find that it goes also like stodgy horrible? And then you've got to add more cheese and more milk when you redo it. Chorizo, tin of tomato, pasta. Oh, I could do that. That would be quick. Yeah, see, I think that's half the battle. You walk in and you're just bleh. Decent salad with quiches or cold meat. Oh, I haven't had quiche. Quiche, Patrick, remember quiche? Jacket potatoes. I like jacket potatoes as well, Bestwell, but it's preparing the filling that drives me insane. Diced red onion, Gruyere, balsamic. Haven't done Balmain. Oh, there is definitely great channels. Frying up greens, garlic, and putting some beans from a can in it with vinegar and vinegar. Nice. Toasties. I haven't done toasties in ages. And I have to say now I'm getting hungry. Rice and whatever I want. Ah, you don't freeze it, you just make it quickly. Yeah. My portion control is have haggis on a baked potato or cheese and beans or mushrooms and mayo. Oh, nice. Meatball sand, pepper. I am loving these ideas. Thank you. This is really good. Paranormal, socially aware from Funky Prepper. And yeah, I get that. I have to say it was Patrick that made me socially aware. Because I live in a small community, I've got people who overlook my house. I've got CCTV cameras, not mine, but overlooking the house. But Patrick was horrified that I used to leave my door open. He was absolutely horrified because, of course, he was London and they never, ever left anything open or unlocked or anything. So, of course, every time he came up to visit, he's like, get the door locked, get your car locked, get your bike locked, do this, do that. And it took me a while. But one of the most important things that Patrick and I were talking about with regards to that, so just from a safety aspect for people, he was central London, Hammersmith and Fulham, which has seemingly got some of is the highest number of CCTV cameras in the UK per capita or whatever. And so what's happened is the people who used to do the stealing and the opportunistic crime there moved out to the suburbs. And all of a sudden, the suburbs were having a crime wave because there wasn't the CCTV. And then the new one that has been is the other side of Hammersmith Bridge, the one that's closed. They'll take their e-scooters and stuff because the police can't follow them over the bridge. And it took me a lot of years to realise, but yeah, it's although I am in the village and people can help and people can see things, whereas before you would strop out, or my dad would strop out, and tell the tow rags to go away or whatever. Now they're carrying knives, now they've got weapons, and I'm not going for that. I'm just going. So it's much better to be prepared and have them not coming in your door because your door's locked. Somebody else's will be open somewhere. Let it not be yours. Make sure yours is the one that's safe. Because yeah, that is a good thing. And you're talking about creamed rice on the side there, and I'm like, I've got pudding rice in the house, and I've got carnation milk, and I might have to. But yeah, Sarah, you're the same as me. Didn't lock your doors. Caroline, you're still in Hammersmith, of course. Cameras didn't stop the crime. No, I don't think it stopped it, but I think some of it moved a few years ago, not like right now. So, and where I am, I'm so close to the main motorway through the middle of Scotland that it's very easy if someone wants to come and rob a house. It's not long till they're on the main motorway, up to a roundabout with 5 different exits. They could go any way. So it's a prime targeted area. Thankfully, I'm in the poorer part of the area because there has been some house breakings, especially out on the farms and stuff. There's been a lot of like quad bikes and farm machinery taken. So yeah, that's quite a big thing out here. So yeah, as I say, Patrick sort of opened my eyes to that. So now I have everything locked up. And we have, like padlocks and chains for the bikes and the car and all that sort of stuff. Because it's just so easy now. I mean, there was something, leave a nice big pair of work boots on your porch. Do you know something, Ben? For years, because it was such a small community, it's because of my family. Everybody knew everybody, so we were relatively safe. But of course, now it's not just locals. It's, there's so many more people have come in. As I say, there's the big motorway next door, which there didn't used to be. So it's now a lot scarier than it was for. Hello, Josh from Berlin. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Why do people have to nick stuff? Who knows, Josh? Because it's easier, because they don't want to be working. Yeah, much safer from break-ins in less affluent areas. Yep. That is basically where I'm going from. Rural crime in Essex. Yeah, rural crime is becoming quite a thing because it's, I think, because of what the farms are using now. Patrick, I like that. An old lady in the milk ground that had a police hat hanging in the peg just outside the door, or just inside the door. That makes sense. Who's going to break in if they see a police hat? But yeah, it just seems to be happening more often. Sweetener, I drink Diet Coke. Now, I have to say that I was listening to it. What was it? I was driving, I was listening to Radio 4 just when that report came out, Josh, and they were like, right, okay, the aspartame. And they got some techie guy to speak to them. And he said, whatever the research place is, they do the tests on just about anything. And they've said that this aspartame could be possibly carcinogenic. With very little actually how carcinogenic, because there's another 2 levels above possibly carcinogenic. There's probably, and then there's like really is. And then there was another headline that I saw that said, yes, the aspartame is possibly carcinogenic, but health-wise, the sugar, if you drink the full sugar stuff, is worse for you. So it's one of those ones that I think it's been a good headline, but I don't think they've got all the information they need for me to make an educated decision as yet. But luckily enough, it's only my Diet Coke that I drink that I have with aspartame. I have sugar in my tea. I don't take sweeteners in my tea because it just doesn't taste right, because tea has to be done properly. But yeah, it's definitely something to think of, because there's so many things that are possibly, probably, or whatever, but you definitely need much more information than what they're giving out just now. Do you think we will end up like France? I sincerely hope not. Could we? Yes, we could. Are we going to? Not at the moment, I wouldn't have thought. The reading, I'd actually read something just before I came on tonight, and the area in France, I think it is at Marseille, but these quarters where this has happened, seemingly the police don't go there. Seemingly there's roadblocks run by the drug dealers. And that's the area that has had the problems. So thankfully, I don't think we're at that stage in the UK as yet that the police are too scared to go into, or cannot get into, an area. Careno, if they think it's possible, why are they making to make a statement about it? Because that's a headline statement. It gives them the headline and sort of justifies the work they've been doing, but we do need an awful lot more information before we can say for sure. Say that times are hard for stealing to feed hungry kids is one thing. Yeah, stealing for drugs, new phone or such. Do you know what I read somewhere? There was, I think obviously you've probably all seen it on Facebook, that the security guard, if they're seeing them stealing kids' babies' milk, they just ignore it. For which I'm like, yeah, that'll do. Best Willow, yeah, technically anything could be carcinogenic. And how many times have we heard that this is bad for you, and then 5 years later, no, it's not. It was just that test that they did. And when they do many more tests, it turns out it's not that bad at all. Aspartame is safe within the guidelines. It would consume more than 14 cans per day, could go to the limits of 14 cans. I would be like a beached whale if I drank 14 cans of juice. Goodness gracious. Yep. I don't blame you, Parno. It is just... I mean, don't get me wrong. I looked at it and went, how far away are we? But then having read up a bit more about it, I think we're okay. Oh, Josh, you obviously had educated thieves then, because I wouldn't know the difference between push bikes and stuff. I know this because the guy at my work, he does push bikes. Now, my dad, years and years ago, when he was like in his 50s, he started cycling, and he did like up over the hills around here and stuff. And it was a Marin bike, so I knew it was a goodish make. And I've kept it. And then this young lad started working for us, and he does push biking, but he does like mountain trekking biking, not on the roads. And I said to him, look, take Dad's bike because it's just sitting outside my house rusting. So he took it away. And a couple of weeks ago, we had a young lad came to start work on the construction site. And we're talking about it, and left his push bike there. And the guy came into the office and went, have you seen that bike out there? And I thought, oh. He said, can it be seen by the cameras? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, that bike is worth over $4,000. I thought, what? What do you mean a push bike's worth over $4,000? Oh my goodness. So yeah, who knew? But yeah, as someone said there, Sarah said, Josh, stolen to order. Yeah, someone will have decided that that's what they want, whether it's like a Marin, because that's the only make I know. Like, get me a Marin bike, and if that's what you had in your shed, Josh, and they saw it, then that'll be it. It is. Oh, Maggie, thank you so much. Good luck with the radio show. I hope you get loads of comments and people phone in and speak to you or email you. Quiches and salad or anything that's not going to take an hour to make. Yeah, that's mine. Oh, well done, your granddad. We like that. Yeah. As you say, Sarah, if they stole the good ones and left the cheap ones, they knew what they were coming for. As I say, if I was going out, I wouldn't have a clue with bikes at all. But I mean, the boy coming in saying £4,000 bike. Who has a push bike that's 4,000 that wasn't even electric? Can I just mention? Just ridiculous. What have I been watching on TV? No, I haven't been watching Netflix, Carol. Patrick last night, because I don't normally watch TV. I'm not a big TV person. Normally, I'll sit with a book or I'll sit with the music on. It's never been a thing. Patrick has watched more TV through the years than me. But he said last night, he said, oh, Criminal Minds is on. I quite like Criminal Minds. 4 episodes later last night, and another 4 episodes today on Channel 5, on My 5 Live. I have been having a wee Criminal Minds binge. So, yeah, that's what I've been watching just now. Ridiculous. But what can I say? I don't do it very often, but when I do, I seem to sit and did, like, what was it? I did the whole of Vera on ITV and sat from episode 1, series 1 to like series 13 or something. I sat and just watched so many episodes per night and kept watching them. Oh, Nova, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Much appreciated. I shall make sure it goes to a good cause. Oh, you told your dad? Oh, good. He liked that. I liked that. It was a very good thing. Criminal Minds, and then the dollars because only cheap thin padlock in the shed and yeah, that's stole the motorbikes. That's not allowed. That's Patrick's department. He makes sure my motorbike is very safe. And it has to be, I know that the girl opposite, when she put her CCTV up, I know you're supposed to say, and not have it to go over anywhere or over your neighbours. And I was like, put it over my garden, I'm quite happy. So that actually gave her a really good view of the front of her house. So she was quite happy. And when we put cameras up, we'll return the favour. Colombo, I think I've probably seen Colombo 2 or 3 times now. Will be for next 2 weeks. Nice. Oh, not had your tea yet, Kat. What are you doing? Look at the time. And you've not had your tea yet. They looted the mini moto shop. What's next? Petrol. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't start me on that. I have to say, I do intend starting another YouTube channel where you will not see my lovely face, but you will hear the voice. I did start it with one commentary, and I used the artificial voices, and I can't stand that. I left it alone, came back to it a couple of weeks later, and I was like, nope, I have to go and find that and do it myself. And I can't find it. I can't find the notes that I typed up. So I need to now listen to it, type it back up, and then do it in my own voice, because just no. But that'll keep the political stuff away from here, because... Oh, Silent Witness. I've started that. I did that from the beginning. And then I sort of got through 3 or 4 series, and then I stopped. And then I did it again like a couple of years later, and went through 3 or 4 series. I haven't done the most recent ones. I must go and do that. Good plan, Joe. I like that. Oh, Silent Witness. See? Because I'm sure I'm going to run out of Criminal Minds soon, because they only have so many on Live 5, and I'm not paying a subscription to those other channels. Now, we are now at 26 minutes past 9, people, and I am about to go away soon. So does anyone have any questions? Anything you want to know? Anything I need to know just before I head off? And I will go and, Cesar, let me see. I will go and make more tea, because I have almost finished that one before it even started. So we will have more tea, getting ready for work tomorrow, with my lunch sorted, my washing's done. I'm quite organised. I'm quite impressed with that. It's not often I have a Monday where I'm that organised. Death in Paradise. Oh, I haven't watched that for ages. I think I watched a few episodes of the first series, but I haven't watched it since then. Josh, you are very, very welcome. Been lovely to chat with you. I look forward to seeing you too, Sarah. Banks, more stories. Oh, I did see that, Ben, about the banks. Yeah. Nigel Farage couldn't happen to a nicer guy. What can I say? Yeah, banks. I'm just not liking banks, and there's a whole lot of stories, but that's going to be for the other channel, because I can't really be nice about that. And then at least I won't be showing my face. Thank you, Joe. Nice to have you here. Carreno, thank you for being here. Yeah. So yes, lots of plans, lots of things happening, and now it just remains for me to say, I hope you all have a fabulous Sunday night. Have a great week. Do not work too hard. And I'll catch you later. Bye.